And we're back. Alright, so last time didn't really do a lot in the grand scheme of things, but we set ourselves up for some super hard challenges later. But for right now, let's head to Docktown, go check in with Morrigan. We'll bring Nev and we'll bring Harding since she's kind of the one who was waiting for us for this mission to start. So, Nev, sorry about, sorry. At least we can just teleport on over there.
They didn't deserve this. No one does.
If only someone could have been here to save them. Nev, seriously? You'd be like, Harding is still there as the quest giver. Okay. I was gonna say, why are they setting this up like a companion mission? Is it gonna only be Harding? Alright, we'll find out.
Why did Morrigan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Oh, okay.
You remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the woman who led us all.
Why are you here? Pleased to meet you. Okay, so if you were playing, if you had Inquisition save data, this is where they would show up, huh?
I won't be trying to arrest you like the first warden.
You heard about that?
Dorian Pavis is an old friend. He filled me.
I mean, this is like, it feels like playing Mass Effect 3 without playing the other two, but it's like, I'll let it go, because that's just the decision I made. I should have got on top of Inquisition. I was just so, like, we knew about Dragon Age Veilguard pretty quickly, and we didn't have a lot of time before it actually showed up.
Elganon and Gillenane.
Count on me.
I won't back down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited, and about the people depending on you. I'm asking you to take down a pair of gods. You're not going to be able to do that if you're worried about my approval. But if you listen to your friends, and remember the people you're fighting for, you'll get through this.
I wonder if you made your Inquisitor a total bastard.
We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
If the South is in such turmoil, I
Sorry.
come here just to talk.
Keep
And
doing
how
that.
did you get here so fast?
Did you think you were the only one to unlock the secrets of the Illuvians?
Morrigan helped the Inquisition use the Illuvians to travel.
While I lack the Dreadwolf's Viravus, I may still scurry between the walls of this world to be where I might do the most good. The Inquisitor asked to meet you, and I thought it might help you to meet her.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the South?
Elganon and Gillenane have indeed restricted their activities to the north.
But
The forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
whole second game going on over
To
there.
prevent the South from rallying to aid any war effort up here. It's working. The armies of the South have their hands full protecting their own cities. But some friends and I are doing what we can to rally them together. Again, the South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the blight.
I need your spies, I need an army, I need your connections. I suppose the connections would be the most...
I've been having trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength...
My
Can't do.
political strength. Tevinter hates me. The Venatori helped make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette. We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him. Somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals.
Well, lucky us, we got all his memories if you need those.
And see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
Solus is trapped. I'd say helping,
Solus is
but
trapped
not
in the Fade.
really.
He's not my biggest concern at the moment.
Solus is trapped in your dreams, and while he cannot match Elganon or Gillenane in strength, he is far more cunning. He is the Dreadwolf. He led a rebellion that lasted centuries. How many times do you think the gods thought him trapped and helpless?
Solus was important to me. If this statuette helps you understand him, if it uncovers something...
Could Solus have been the romance option? Again, I really should have played Inquisition before this, but I'm not gonna linger on that.
This feels like a part of him. And whatever he and I once were...
Damn.
I think... I hope... it might help you.
We should go, Inquisitor.
I was gonna say, it's just like, you know what? This Inquisitor is like Jennifer Hale, so I'm gonna take that as like... Even though it's not voiced by her at all, she just kind of like looks like her, so just sort of like, yep, Jennifer Hale being like the spokesperson of BioWare games. Yep.
You'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Sorry. All right.
Take a break. Head back to the lighthouse for a bit.
And I was worried that was going to be like a whole quest. That's why the Grey Warden thing was so long. I thought it was going to be just like, oh, this is going to take a while. We better like just get ready for it. Oh, okay.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except us, seems like. Guess the First Warden holds a grudge.
Calling wardens back from all over Thetis is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly.
He wanted them all to
Massive
wax his
darkspawn were
mustache.
on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
Hold on.
The other archdemons are dead. Only Razakale and Lusicon live. So which one is it?
No one has a good look yet. Makes it hard to tell. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Okay, so we are getting into our next big mission. Solus, what the bump? Anyone got anything to say before we do this? Okay, a lot of people have things to say. Okay. Harding. Oh, Harding's Daverin is hanging out with Manfred.
Any luck tracking down your mystery friend?
Orzammar has requested I stop harassing their citizens with my talk of dwarven magic.
Should have done more than talk. That's disappointing.
Damn, that's a disappointment.
Well, I'm not gonna find my answers in Orzammar.
Jesus Christ, sorry.
My contacts had no idea what I was talking about.
So what now?
I was thinking, the voice said look to those closest to the stone. What if she never meant Orzammar?
Huh?
There is another great Tig, the original capital of the dwarves, Kalsharak. It was lost during the First Blight, and its people survived in isolation for hundreds
I'm
of
trying to
years.
remember. Was that in a location in
Some 20
Origins?
years ago?
I've re-downloaded Origins, and I'm gonna slowly piecemeal
Orzammar can't help.
get the
What do I have to
DLC.
lose?
So that is probably going to be my next. As if I need to play two gigantic RPGs, but I'm very curious about going back to Origins after this.
The dwarves took heavy losses during the First Blight. To stop the Darkspawn from overrunning them, they closed off passages in the deep roads. They could retreated to Orzammar. Kalsharak was lost. They abandoned the city and its people. sealed them away with the Darkspawn.
How awful.
There must have been another way. What they did was monstrous.
Can you imagine being trapped, knowing death was coming?
Ugh, but they didn't die. The rumors...
That the dwarves of Kalsharak had to change to survive? No one's really sure what that means exactly.
When we find them, you can ask.
I'm just trying to remember,
Are you sure?
you know, everything in
Orzammar
Origins. It's
isn't
been
hiding
so
something?
long. I just remember like a huge
Information
dwarven area, and it's like, oh my god,
I
this
could anger
so
someone
much.
important. If Kalsharak doesn't turn out, I can go back to poking at Orzammar. But
Sorry.
not before then.
How do we get in touch with these Kalsharak dwarves?
Already working on it. You don't spend 10 years in the Inquisition without making contacts. I should have a meeting set up by the time we're ready to leave.
Alrighty. Quest acquired, the Waiting Stone. Okay, if we got companion quests, we're probably going to do those before we do this next huge thing. That feels like a cutoff point, you know? And we only got a few, so it should be quick. Hold on a second. What was that news update? Are you fucking... Okay. Sorry, just saw a ground news update, and it's like, oh, god damn it. Are we seriously doing that? Sorry, just a lot of really dumb, obviously bad appointees for the regrettably upcoming president. Moving on.
Fine. Who wants a treat?
I do.
Me. I want one.
Well, I don't have any.
Why'd you get my hopes up?
Dude.
A little white lie to quell the riot.
Are you sure it's little to them? Yeah, Davrin. Where's my treat?
Come on, guys, give me a break. Rook?
You've got this. I got to.
What are we all saying?
Well, it isn't be quiet.
Sorry. Oh, it's all I've got.
All right, I'm out.
Wait, you can't just leave me with it.
Good luck with that.
Sorry, I had to. I want to support it, but it's just like, this is going to be too funny. Okay, prepare for Wise Hopped. Okay, let's, just to be sure, no companion missions left untouched before, like, giant things like this. So, we got Tasha's first, so let's check out theirs real quick. Hold that thought. Few regret.
You cannot do this, Alganan. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Nay.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
Hey, I'm gonna use that from now on. Alright, so like, you know, when the fallout began.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
I got more.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Sorry.
That can't be easy, Bellara.
It was so mundane. Nothing grand or cosmic. No setting fire to the sun, just talking politics.
I'm underwhelmed,
Or
actually.
monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
Right?
All right.
Rook?
What else can we take
Nev,
from this matter?
I'm sorry.
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
No wonder he was angry. I mean, probably. I see Mythal's reasons. Yeah, let's side with
I
Mythal.
think I get where Mythal is coming from.
Really?
Sorry, Bellara.
You've just finished some big war. Everyone is exhausted, and now Elgranon won't give up power. If Mythal sided with Solus, would Elgranon have backed down?
Not a chance.
It would have led to another war. Mythal tried to keep the peace.
By abstaining.
And Solus must see that, but still can't accept that she chose peaceful politics over his ideals.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
But if he's
Right.
not trapped...
But the Dreadwolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway.
Well,
It'd be
how
nice
about
to get
that?
inside his head for a change.
And break. A memory of false gods. Well, the thing is, we got them. Hold on. Let's keep it as normal. Okay. I suppose just gotta, like, find the right order to do them. So I was, like, wondering, it's like, do we just place them out? No. Okay, we got the order. Oh, dearie me. Sorry.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurus seek the magic of the blood.
Jesus, sorry.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you, I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurus and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Jesus, sorry.
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's
Aye.
what it sounded like.
So they were doing.
Gonna be a lot of group chats
The
here.
elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
I don't think so. And ick. Maybe. Moving on. Obviously.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Someone you're rebelling against? Doesn't sound like Solus.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
Hold on. Give us a rundown.
Deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made us something called the Void. Drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway,
kind of
she
important.
took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
Solus was worried. Solus felt guilty, probably in some way.
Okay. Solus warns Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad he feels responsible for. The Blight was our mistake.
How is the Blight their mistake? Did they find it? Did they make it? What does that mean?
Whatever it was, it convinced Mythal to take him seriously.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Doesn't
Seems
come back.
plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
Telling her about
I
it?
think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? In a dream?
Sorry?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
I gotta really get around to Inquisition at some time.
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Okay, sorry. Point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
The one good god got killed. He blames himself, obviously.
Solus tried to do the right thing by warning Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. But he got her killed.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
And that sounds like it's from experience, Tash. Sorry. Tash. I was thinking of Tav.
I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
Oh, that's right. I got them already. Everyone stay in your seats. A memory of our mistake. Might as well just mainline this.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power.
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
When he formed the veil,
So
but
he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight.
But still.
We've seen how bad Elgin and
Jesus.
Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the Veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the Veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
I suppose as a Grey Warden.
And I have fought the Blight for years. It's terrifying.
Imagine fighting the
Watching
source.
gods poison his world, his people. I understand why Solus would do anything to stop it.
I know, Rook. I'm not denying that. I wish there'd been a better way. That's all.
I get you.
So does he. This isn't a memory he's proud of.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
Ooh, is this putting Dwarven history into question?
The entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
Confirm continued belief in the Maker? I don't know. It's not our problem. Lessons are what matter. I believe this hurts me too. I mean, I'm not. Speak as someone who doesn't believe in the Maker. Yeah. Sorry, the lip quiver. I'm just looking. It's like, don't let this shake you. I'm sorry this hurts. It's her faith being questioned.
But I'm sorry this is hard for you.
Yeah.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations.
Best way to phrase it. Thank God for some of those, like, the explanations and summaries of some of these options.
But this was the one I grew up with. My ma still sings
Sorry,
the
Jesus.
chant. You know?
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven Gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
I don't know.
Oh.
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
Let's find out. This is going to be its own episode. That's going to be the best way to break this up. A memory of blackened hearts. Witnessed a 3rd memory of Fenharal. I go, is this just like a huge, like, bulk bond increase for everybody? Or is it just for improving or saying certain things to improve? Okay, whatever. Next one.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides this talk of taking on a solid form, I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
Being coaxed into giving up most of his godly powers. Not most. He basically righted himself.
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus, could Spite turn into an elf?
Not the same thing.
No.
Sorry, but
No. What? Okay, is that useful? This is interesting.
This puts all of elven history in a new light, not to mention what we think about spirits.
I mean, some magic works differently.
I'm sure
for
some
elves.
purist has
If
problems
you
with this in the
think
lore, but
spirits,
I think that as
that
first guy
explains it.
time learning this seems cool.
That an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Good point.
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
Nobody would buy it. People have bigger worries. I don't want to cause harm. Yeah, unfortunately.
The world learned about this, and it led to attacks against elves.
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Ireland, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay.
Let's bring everyone to the
People we
Fade.
trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elvin for pride.
Oh, okay.
There you
There's
go.
something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least.
I was going to say.
Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
This started the war, or they hurt the Titans? I don't know. That seems like...
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
Oh,
The
okay.
Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first memory we saw, with Elgranon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
Oh, okay.
Lace, I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture.
Boy, Dwarven history is being
That's
rocked.
part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
All right, well, they said something. It's like, well, Solus is like the elven god of pride, if you will. Memory of manifestation. Elven god of pride, if that's what his name translates to. And they said there's 7 elven gods. You know, 7 deadly sins, I imagine, is somewhere there. Even if that's not true, that's my shorthand.
Have you created what we need?
No.
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Basically genociding the Titans.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
How like him. No wonder he feels guilty. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to say, Lace. I can't.
Again, Dwarven history is being rocked by all this.
Sorry.
I served in the Inquisition. I know terrible things happen in war. But to do something like this,
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of Lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
Can we fix the blight? That's interesting.
If the blight is the Titan's dreams, can we, I don't know, heal it? Bring it back from all that anger?
I'm afraid I have no idea. In theory, it would be possible to restore dreams to the Titans.
You can't set it free before it's healed. You'd have blighted Titans laying waste to the entire world.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgernon and Gillanane to deal with now.
And then I want Solus to look me in the eye and answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
Yeah, I wonder if Mythal's a sin, maybe it's... Okay, a memory of tranquility. All right, let's take a look. And yeah, because... Yeah, he was just like enraptured by Mythal. And it looks like maybe he killed her for it.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the elven people? They deserve it.
The elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Cold-shouldered. And so their breakup.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that?
She didn't sound like she was dying, but oh well.
Another memory from a
I'm sure that's a direction thing.
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
He needs to be right, and all that gets us. He loved and blamed her. Yeah.
Every big mistake Solus made is tied to Mythal. He sacrificed his life as a spirit to join her.
He sacrificed his morals when he created the dagger to stop the Titans.
When the other gods struck her down, he destroyed the Elven Empire to avenge her.
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything's gone but his mistakes. And there she is, alive.
And after all he's done, she sides against him again.
All these mistakes are his fault, and hers too. If she won't help him fix the world, of course he has to kill her.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
I mean, it just bums us the hell out.
Fighting the blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created
Well,
the
he's the
veil.
one in my head right
His
now.
very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
He's smart, but we know him. He's wrong, but not evil. Contentious. He's smart, but we know him.
The bad news is that the god of lies and trickery is almost definitely preparing to betray us.
Depending on the story.
The good news is that we've gone through his dirty laundry.
So, we know his motivations. You think we can set a trap of our own?
That's the hope.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Defeat the Revenants.
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Okay. A memory of an old friend. Meet Morgan in the crossroads. Oh, okay. Everyone's approval going up. Yeah, was that like a whole blanket approval bonus? Oh, Harding's got a thing. Let's go talk to her. Go talk to her real quick, then we'll go talk to Morgan, see what she's got to say. If frankly, knowing Morgan, she doesn't know this already. How are you doing learning about all the things about your society?
Harding?
Oh, Rook, hi. Is there something you need?
Bilar made snacks. Do you want to talk?
I thought you might want someone to talk to.
Oh, Rook. That's sweet. I'm fine. Really.
I don't believe you entirely.
Okay. Well, we're all here if you,
Never mind. I can't lie. I feel awful.
It's Solus's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits. Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
I can't tell you how to feel. Blame Solus. There's no right way to feel about all this.
Really no right way to feel. You've been through a lot.
You're right. Maybe I just need time. And a snack. It's strange. I don't hate Solus for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge.
It is so big and cosmic, it's hard to even process.
Equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solus was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be alright.
I know. You're Lace Harding, child of Titans. You can handle anything.
If anything.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, come on. No romance advancement? That's fine. I'm wondering, it's just like maybe through Harding, the Titans are trying to get their revenge. It's like you are close contact with Solus. We have something we can grab onto. You are going to wreak havoc on that bastard. I was going to say, no Varric and all that. That's actually kind of disappointing. Wait. Oh, no. That's the different direction. Where the hell am I going? Crossroads. We'll bring Harding and Nev. Just brief wherever Morgan is. She's right there.
Well met.
Hey ho.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
Just a few minutes ago, really.
In general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's Crossroads.
You can hang out at our place if you want.
More pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mathal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Yeah,
Wait,
of course she knows.
How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories. When Mathal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
Ancient Elven magic? Something about spirits? I don't know. Why are you testing me?
Mathal was originally a spirit. Maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mathal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, the spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew.
Wait.
Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they...
Yeah, okay, that's right.
You?
As you say.
How complicated. And you're her? Okay, yeah, I remember. There was like a whole thing with Morrigan. Okay, like, I thought there was like a whole thing with Morrigan about like how she's like, you know, keeps getting new bodies and... Okay, whatever.
If your Mathal returned in Morrigan, we need your help with fighting the gods.
And here I am, as you may notice. But there is something I must make clear.
What? That was like how Elgernon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mathal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
There was a whole thing about this in Origins, and I cannot remember specifically, but the fact it goes from there to here...
I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mathal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
Yeah, nope.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mathal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elgernon? Or Solus?
The last time Mathal faced Elgernon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
So there, yeah, you have it then.
You may recall he murdered Mathal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There was a whole story with Morgan, even in Origins, I think, about like how her body like continued and moved on. And depending on your actions in Origins, maybe she even had your baby so you didn't die of blight corruption or whatever.
So there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mathal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Okay.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient...
That's what it was. Okay, sorry, it's been a long time, but I remember some traces of that.
It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Sounds terrifying.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mathal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, My mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mathal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her
Spirits don't
spark was
discriminate.
shattered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mathal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
All right.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
What do you?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that. Even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mythal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
He's torn but doesn't know it. He's trying to help. Trapped. Yeah.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
Yeah.
It was exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. It is not malice which made Solus
Jesus.
but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal.
Kinda like us.
Loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Not alarming at all. Maybe this can end okay. Maybe.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe?
Idealistic, but you know what? I'm going for it.
Maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Interesting.
A fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
It's a whole mess.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not?
Okay,
One small
fine.
piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
Falondi's nuts. Sorry, I just thought about that. Survive the encounter?
All that sounded great until survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient.
This errant
His younger sister
fraction.
has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane.
Alrighty.
Or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, Do you have any suggestions?
No.
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly.
Alrighty.
If you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Just like you.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
No.
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other?
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury.
Fair.
The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is relevant for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon.
Wrath.
The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Alright.
Thank you for the information, Morgan.
I only ask that you reflect.
I was using the shorthand of Seven Deadly Sins because, like, why not? But kinda where it's falling. A little different, but you get the point.
There, you have the advantage of him.
Alright. Now, I'm curious. So many things happened so quickly, but lots of interesting stuff. I was gonna say, where are the companions?
God's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
I was gonna say real quick. Either this is like a conversation nest of the ancients.
Said that other fragment of Mythal was.
Either this is like an impossible fight at this level, or maybe.
That has to be her.
How should we do this, Rook? Do you think she'll talk to us?
Let's find out. We can always save state.
I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Indeed.
Mythal.
Again, no flattery, no pity.
By the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
You're not going to help us? I want your help.
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
Fair.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganon and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version.
That'll be exciting.
It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Forget it, I'll fight you. We must stop the Blight. We must stop the gods. We are worthy. I go, Solus is helping me. That probably won't convince her. We must stop the gods. Well, she knows all about that. We must stop the Blight. Frankly, that's kind of like the biggest concern. That's what convinced her to try and fight them in the first place.
The whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
The Blight is your fault. You stood against it.
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Okay, so we gotta talk about all these subjects. Solus is helping me. Let's try.
Solus is helping me.
Solus is using you. Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolf's approbation? He rebelled against me.
But the two of you stayed close.
Until he killed the tattered fragment of me who hid inside the human swamp witch and wept. He keeps me here, yet has not visited since waking from his slumber. Tell me this. What should I have done when Solus turned against me after all we had been to one another?
Forgotten him, respected him. I'm sorry that happened. She doesn't take to pity or flattery. Forgotten him? Respected him? Probably not, but I'll give it a shot.
Listened when he warned you about staying on as rulers after the war.
Are you saying I was wrong?
You asked me what you should have done. I can't prove my worth by lying to you. Solus didn't want to manifest a physical body or destroy the Titans. He did things he hated because he cared about you. Supporting you and Elgranon becoming rulers was the one line he wouldn't cross. If someone who followed you everywhere refused to follow you there, what does that say?
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Okay. Must stop the gods.
You can't want Elgranon and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what.
Is this like majority wins, or?
For centuries, I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
Put the Blight aside. We need no gods. They wronged you. Put the Blight aside.
How am I supposed to just set the Blight aside?
By making an argument not related to it, as I asked you to.
The Blight is a core part of who they are. And I don't think you're in favor of it.
My patience wears thin. Choose your next words carefully. Why must I give myself over to you?
Damn it.
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect...
I'm guessing failed.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. I have seen rulers, human as you are, the mages of Tevinter, following in the Elven Empire's footsteps. They build nothing that does not serve them. Why should I believe you are any better? What is a protector to you?
I'm trying to be like you. No, building a safe place. It's something she'll probably hate, but it's worth a shot.
Everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook.
Oh, sweet.
I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely.
Okay.
Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon.
I cannot enter the physical world or the pure Fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by Elganon and Gillenane. Find it, and when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
Cool. Okay. I pulled it off, apparently. I was wondering, is like... That felt like 2 out of 4, but maybe that was enough.
Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
I don't want to ruin the moment, but what do we do with it?
A god knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready.
Cool. Okay. Mithral's Light. Unique longsword. Hell yeah. 0 physical damage. 8% fire. 89. Oh my god, that's awesome. Hell yeah. A fragment of Mithril found the team worthy of her power and willingly surrendered her essence. That power now rests safely within the team, ready for when they find a way to use it to stop Elganon and Gillenane or any other god who might strike.
And we didn't even have to fight her for it.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morgan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Alright, cool. We pulled it off. Again, that felt like 2 out of 4, you know, and it worked or something. But there we go. Again, finding the right words and, like, understanding this being to trying to appeal to them. That was like talking with a Reaper and actually winning them over. Which, honestly, is kind of how I think Mass Effect 3 really ends, but that's another conversation. But, cool. Alright. And we got an awesome weapon, too. I gotta add a new attachment to that. I don't know how that fight would have gone. I'm very curious, like, what would that battle have been like? Probably would have to come back to that, like, super late into the game, like, right before the end to really win. But, hell yeah. I was gonna say, it better be an epic chest or something. Being here at the foot of a goddess. A pale reflection, unique amulet. 20% damage versus enemies with low health. Standard enemies are now always considered to have low health. Oh, wow. Huh. That's crazy. I mean, I like the Restless Skull, but ooh, that is interesting. Does not affect boss enemies. Does that mean, like, every enemy... Okay. Okay, I'll have to go through my stuff. Alright, let's head home. Okay, boy, this so much has changed. It is so fascinating. Anyone got anything to talk about before we wrap up? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna do a little inventory checkup. See how things are standing with everybody. Okay, so much lore dumped on me. Again, I don't know if it conflicts with anything in the previous games or what, but for what it is and what I'm experiencing now, this is fascinating. This is kind of like learning Reaper lore in a, you know, Mass Effect is kind of what the feeling is. So, we will wrap up for right now. I wonder. Okay, we did have enough for a rank up. $20 damage at low health. Huh. No, I'm thinking. So we got all types of damage. Just honor. Add to the physical attack? I mean, probably the stagger, so we're always doing stuff. Cool. Okay. Maybe I should add a physical attack to it, so it's a little like... At least it's doing something, but I don't know. Okay, we'll figure it out next time, but we'll wrap up here for right now. So, until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off.